Okay, today we're going to be looking at creating some folders, organizing your Google Drive. It's kind of step one in organizing your Google Drive. I want to show a couple things that are very important to pay attention to, though. First off, when you look into Google Drive and you click on My Drive, up top here, this is your path, and it shows you where you're at. Right now, I'm just in My Drive, and as we get other things deeper in the path, you'll see more stuff up here. But for now, it just says My Drive. The other thing is this quick access. This is just files that you recently have used, and if you want to open it back up, it's right there. But we can't modify, change, delete, do anything in quick access. So really don't pay attention to that, especially when you're doing organization. What you want to do is scroll down below my quick access where it gets the name and shows all the folders and files that you have. Now, what's cool about this is there's two different views. We've got a grid view and a line view. Most all of you, when you come in, your default is grid view. Now what that means is when I scroll down, it's going to show pictures of the different files that I have. So that's good, but like in my case where I've got hundreds and hundreds of files, that's going to take forever to get through all this stuff. So I like mine to be in list view. So if I click on that icon up there and put it back to list view, now when I scroll down, it's going to be in list view, shows all my files. I can get through them a lot faster. I can find things quicker just by scrolling. So I like list view. You can use grid view if you want. Just make sure, like I said, we're not messing with things in a quick access. So next is over here on the left. I'm going to tell you all the time, live in the left, live in the left, and then expand. There's a little arrow over here, a little triangle. When I click on those triangles, that expands whatever part of the drive I'm in. In this case, I'm in My Drive. I can see that I'm in My Drive, and I expanded it so I can see all the folders I have inside of My Drive. Eventually, over time, you guys will get more and more folders, and the more folders you have, the easier it is to organize things and put stuff into instead of having just a pile of stuff in your drive. As I talk about it over time, you'll see what I mean by their file cabinet. If you just keep things piled up here, it's like just piling them on top of the file cabinet, and it's just one big stack. So you have to go through that stack all the time to find anything. So we create the folders that gives us drawers to put things in, basically. It's like in your room. If you had your bedroom only had one drawer, you'd have to put everything in that one drawer. All your socks, your underwear, your shirts, your pants, your pens, your pencils, keys, whatever. That would be kind of uncomfortable. You put on a pair of underwear and a pencil poking you. So it's good to have multiple drawers. So we want to have multiple folders here. So we're going to make some new folders. So here we have My Drive. After I select My Drive, I can see that I'm in My Drive up top here. Then I'm going to go to the New folder. I'm going to click on New, and I'm going to select Folder because I want to make a new folder. We're going to create a folder for GMS, your middle school. And then later on, you'll create another one for high school. So you click Create, and when you do that, then that will create a folder. As I scroll down now, it will show me, here's my GMS folder I created. Now I can click on that GMS folder, and I can see up top here in my path, I'm in My Drive, and I'm inside my GMS folder. Now I've already created some folders in here, and that's what you're going to do. So I'd select my GMS folder, and then I would go under New, and I would make another folder, and I want you to make a folder for each grade, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Even if you're in 7th or 8th grade, I still want you to make a 6th grade folder, because then you can put files and stuff into your 6th grade folder that you used before that you don't need anymore, so that they're not just piled on top of your filing cabinet. So you'll go back and you'll create your 6th, 7th, and 8th grade folders. So then when I click on my down arrow again, my side arrow, when I click on that, it expands it, and it shows my folders that I've created inside my GMS folder. So now I've got my 6th, 7th, and 8th. You're going to do another thing. Let's say you're in 7th grade. I'm going to select 7th grade, or let's say you're in 8th grade. I'm going to select 8th grade. And up here it shows I'm in Drive, I'm in GMS, and I'm in my 8th grade folder. So now I'm going to create a new folder inside my 8th grade folder. So I've selected it, and then I go under New, and I do Folder, and I want you to create a folder for each subject. So we're going to do one for science. Hey, we've got our science folder. Now I can see inside my drive, GMS, 8th grade folder, I've got a new science folder. And if I expand it over here, like I always say, click on the arrow, expand it, you'll see that inside my 8th is my science folder. So I could go into science and I could make unit folders or different type subjects in there. But I want you just to create your class folders right now. So in 8th grade, do another new one, another new folder, and we'll do one for math. So you're going to create folders for each subject. Now, normally I would say don't worry about like PE or band or something because we're, in those classes. But because we're online and you're working on stuff on the computer on those classes, go ahead and create a folder for them. That way you have a place to put stuff. So you're going to go through and create a folder for each subject. And then when you're done with all that, you make sure you expand it so you can see all the folders. And then you're going to do a screenshot. So do a screenshot of this, and then we're going to use that screenshot later in a document. So if you have any questions, email me, but hopefully this makes sense, and we'll see you on the backside.